as his motorcade approached the presidential palace in Dhaka. While coming from the Abdou Diouf International Conference Center, where he had just taken the oath of office as the 5th president of Senegal, that is on April 2, 2024, we learnt that Bassirou Diomaye Faye was being chauffeured in a Toyota Land Cruiser, whose frontal appearance made us quickly note that it must be a Land Cruiser VXR, and we are here to take a closer look at this ride, and determine how safe Africa's youngest elected president will be, while being driven in it. Perhaps you may have already noticed that the motorcade itself was comprised of a significant number of high-end vehicles, among them being some Ford Rangers, BMWs, Audis, the aforementioned Land Cruisers, and even this Chevrolet Suburban, whose task was conducting road clearance, so as to make sure that there's no obstruction of the new president's ride. The Land Cruiser itself had been given PR as its registration number, probably to stand for something like Presidential Ride, and when it drew near the palace, we clearly determined that it was a bulletproof ride, going by the appearance of its windows, which were thicker than those of regular Land Cruisers, that is, given the extra thick glass that they were bearing. Actually, the ride was same as that which the outgoing President Macky Sall used on his way out of the palace, and as it chauffeured Macky Sall from the compound that he had called home for a decade, it became clearly evident that it was a 5.7-liter Toyota Land Cruiser VXR. So, going by the type of armoring that the rides exhibited, at this point when the door of that which Macky Sall had taken was being opened, we could establish that it had been armored to level A9/B6+, meaning that it is protected against ammunition of up to 7.62 mm, that is, ammunition fired from light machine guns and smaller rifles. But before we look at its armoring, perhaps it's worth looking at specifications of such a ride, that is a 5.7-liter Toyota Land Cruiser VXR V8, and these adjectives mean that the ride comes with a 5.7-liter V8 gas engine. It's an automatic four-wheel drive ride, whose engine churns 381 horsepower, and comes with 18-inch alloy wheels, and with the armoring, it weighs approximately 4,159 tons. Then, talking of armoring, the bulletproof ride features a multi-layered ballistic glass that offers protection against the aforementioned high-power rifles, and it also has a hardened A9 ballistic steel surrounding the passenger cabin area, the roof and floor, and its anti-mine protection keeps its occupants safe from hand grenades. The rear swing door has a large ballistic viewing glass, with reinforced door hinges, reinforced door straps, and the ride is fitted with fuel tank protection. It has an anti-exhaust sabotage protection, and all the four wheels have been installed with a run-flat system, meaning that the ride can still move, even with a flat tire. So, with the few specifications and features highlighted here, perhaps it'll be okay to say that the new Senegalese president will be safe while being driven in the streets of Senegal in the ride, even though the armoring can't be compared to that of Biden's Cadillac 1, Putin's Aurus Senate, or Xi Jinping's Hongqi N701.